The first thing you got to remember is that you're not as smart as you think you are. Let me tell you why this is important. To do the work I do, I have to be surrounded by people who are smarter than me. Y'all hear me? If you're intimidated because other people are smart, then that's going to put a limit on what you're going to be able to do, because it means you will always work with people dumber than you. So the highest you will ever get is where your own potential is. And very early on in life, I learned, don't be scared. Don't be scared. So what? There are people who have different gifts. Don't worry about that. Now, this is going to sound like a contradiction, right? That's the first thing. You're not as smart as you think you are. Here's the second thing. You're not as dumb as you think you are. Nothing wrong with asking questions about something you don't understand. I am amazed at how people pretend they know stuff that they actually don't know. And they will not ask somebody because everybody's afraid people are going to look at you and think you're the dumb one, right? So you just sit there. They say, any questions? Hand don't go up. And God forbid if the first explanation you don't get, you're not asking another question. Because everybody's afraid that somebody is going to be making a judgment on their intellectual ability, right? You're just not smart enough to be with this group. Now, let me tell you the third issue that I want you to remember. Life is funny. Everybody gets one moment. You get one moment. You get a key moment when something happens that your whole life will take a different trajectory. And there's no retest. There's no do-overs. You can't go in and say, oh, wait, I know I messed that up. Can I get a second opportunity to do that? So this leadership thing is about being prepared right now for your moment, because you will never tell when your moment will happen. You will get your moment if you prepare. The question is, will you be able to seize that moment? Will you be able to take that moment and do something that'll make a difference? Now, let me tell you something that I don't think anyone else is going to tell you about leadership, which is even one of the most difficult things about leadership. It is managing power. People want power for all kinds of reasons. A lot of folk want power because it gives you money. Some people just want to be the king. They want to be in charge of other people. They want to boss people around. They want to tell people what to do. A lot of people want power because they think it's going to make them more attractive to the opposite sex. And let me tell you the bad thing about power. If you want power and you are immature, you have not developed a set of ethics and morals, then the worst thing in the world that could ever happen to you is that you get power. Because you know what happens when you get power? You're going to destroy yourself and whatever you care about. And one of the biggest problems with young people is they have no role model of leadership that sets a standard that they have to live up to. So if you have no standard to live up to and you think leadership is really about, being in charge, it's not about having a set of higher principles around ethics and morals, then chances are when you get in positions of power, you will fail. So my challenge to you, remember these things. You're not as smart as you think you are, but don't panic. It's all good. You're not as dumb as you think you are, so ask questions. Don't be intimidated. Prepare. You never know when your moment is coming. You have to prepare right now. Set your moral compass. Because if you don't set it now, the worst thing that will happen to you is that you'll be successful because you'll destroy what you care about. And in the end, don't forget, our mission is to make sure these young people never give up. Thank you guys very much.